What's going on, everybody? Today we are at the beach in Venice, Florida, and we are going to give you our review. We're going to talk about everything from the parking to the beach cleanliness to the sand texture and just the general vibe that this beach gives off. If you're new here, you're going to want to subscribe down below and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any of our uploads, or when we go live every Thursday night to answer your questions. Now let's check out the beach here in Venice, Florida.
Sunshine, blue skies, it's a state of mind that we came to find. I'm talking about palm trees, we're making memories. I don't wanna leave this sunshine state of mind.
Now the first thing you're gonna notice today is that I'm in a sweatshirt, and you're probably wondering why that is. First off, it's because my blood is now Floridian and I can't stand temperatures that get below 70 degrees. Now the temperature today here in Venice is about 72, but the wind's blowing pretty good, so it makes it feel a lot colder. The first thing that I'll tell you about the beach here in Venice is that the parking is absolutely free, so that is a big plus, and the parking lot is huge. If you've watched our beach reviews before, you know the first thing we always check out is, does the beach have the wow factor? Let's go check it out.
Walking over the beach access and getting your first view of the beach is one of my favorite things about visiting any of these Florida beaches. And Venice Beach doesn't disappoint. And it has a pier, so that's a great touch as well. The water here is usually an aqua blue, but was a little cloudy today because of the windy conditions.
Okay, so this is not our first time at the beach here in Venice, Florida. Today the conditions are extremely different than what they were the first time that we were here. The first time we were here was a bright sunny day, about 80 degrees, and the water was calm. Today, as you can see, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's much cooler. The wind is blowing. It's only about 72 degrees, and as I'll show you, the water is extremely rough today.
Usually the water in the Gulf is much more calm than this, but like I stated earlier, we did not have very favorable conditions on this day, and the wind gusts were up to 30 miles an hour. Just take a listen. The highlight of the beach in Venice has got to be the Venice Fishing Pier. Originally built in 1966 and then destroyed by a storm in 1981, the pier was rebuilt in 1984. A couple of my favorite things about the pier are that it's open 365 days a year and it's absolutely free. It extends 700 feet out into the Gulf of Mexico and it holds its own fishing license. So what that means for you is that you don't need one to fish off of this pier.
Next to the pier, there's also 2 restaurants and a gift shop that you can enjoy.
One of the restaurants is called Sharky's, and we always make sure that we get a meal here every time that we come to visit Venice.
On most days, this beach gives off more of a local vibe than it does a touristy vibe. And that's mostly because it's not littered with big hotels here in Venice. The closest big city that attracts tourists year-round is probably Sarasota.
With over 14 miles of sandy beaches, there's plenty of room in Venice, Florida for you to enjoy whatever activity it is that you like to do at the beach. And being billed the shark tooth capital of the world, many people come to Venice to hunt for fossilized shark teeth. The beach at the Venice Pier is also no slouch when it comes to amenities, offering a more than adequate washroom as well as outdoor showers to wash off the sand. There's also pavilions on the other side of the beach access if a picnic is more your style. Walking around, we noticed that the grounds were very well kept. Trash receptacles were located at each beach access point. The sand texture in Venice is much different than the neighboring beaches to the north and the south on the Gulf Coast. As usual, you'll find a little bit more of a mixture of crushed up shells the closer that you get to the water, but the actual sand on the beach is not the white powdery sand that we're used to on other Gulf Coast beaches. It's more granulated. Overall, we really enjoyed our time at Venice Beach. It wasn't the first time we visited, and it for sure won't be our last. Have you ever been to Venice Beach, or does it look like a place that you'd like to visit? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it. And as always, guys, we thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.